Eric here with TeamEccenTrick, going to bring you guys my Mermail deck list as of January 2019. This is Post-Banlist, which, as we all know, the ban list absolutely annihilated a lot of combo decks win cons in the forms of Gumbler Dragon, Soul Charge, and the Tomahawk, which essentially ruined the Mermail Gumbler strategy. Quite literally destroyed that version of the deck, which is fine with me, honestly. This version is honestly kind of a breath of fresh air. I was kind of sick of playing Gumbler. I just only played it because at that point in time I felt like it was the most viable, just ripping cards from my opponent's hand and having no interactivity with your opponent. All that being noted, I'll get right into the profile. This is kind of a bare bones list, and I will be doing some testing and kind of figuring out kind of where I want to go, because this deck is essentially from scratch at this point. And all that being noted, we're going to get right into it. So we're going to start it off with triple Neptibus. This is standard, obviously. I mean, Neptibus is the best card in the deck. I don't know if you can tell, but these are actually German Neptibus. They're really, honestly, a lot nicer looking than the English ones. And after that, one Deep Sea Diva, also German. This is obligatory. Triple Atlantean Dragoons, also German. I don't know, like, I really have a thing for foreign cards, especially Europrint. I mean, just look at, like, honestly, this looks so much better than the English version, just because it's slightly darker printed. After that, for the last Atlanteans, 2 heavy infantry, 1 marksman. The only Atlanteans I don't have in foreign. I need to get my hands on some foreign ones, but nonetheless, this is essentially the lineup I've been playing, and it's been working really well for me. I don't think I'd change anything up about it at this point. Moving on, we play Womoon Glacier just to rip cards from our opponent's hand. Obviously, this is Delinquent Duo for water. It's just amazing. One Abyss Lead because it counts as a mini version of Moulin in a way. You just tribute a Mermail and then rip a card from your opponent's hand, and there's a lot of combos that just facilitate that. You know, you do 3 or 4 card hand loops. I mean, no longer 6 card hand loops now that's Gumbler is gone, but that's fine because even the mini hand loops we can do. You know, the deck isn't even necessarily focused on the hand loops. Now it's just kind of more of one of those backup plans, I guess you would say. Moving on, we have triple Mermail Abyss Megalo. This is your OTK. You know, you summon this guy, and essentially, as long as you can do a lot of damage, you win. Triple Mermail Abyss Teis, just one of the most, in terms of card economy, one of the most cost-efficient Mermails. Just ditch 1 water, search 1 water, and special summon this. And then for the small Mermails, this is really, really nice having foreign cards. I know it doesn't really do anything for the actual interactions in the deck. It's just really nice looking at cards of different languages. But that's essentially my Mermail lineup. It's been also working rather well lately. Ever since the ban list came out, you know, just in testing, it's been doing okay. Again, this is a deck that's been built from scratch, so you know, there's some theory crafting that goes into it, but overall it's just kind of like a bare bones Mermail deck, just kind of skeleton build. Moving on, we do play the Frog Engine. We just cut the Dupe Frog because Dupe Frog is decent of a card as it was. It didn't really do anything for combos other than just extend and make the Gumbler a little bit more viable, so we just cut it back down to the original lineup of frogs. After that, triple Gamma Seal and triple Ash, just to mitigate our going second, you know, hands. I mean, these, you know, Ash is just obviously the most versatile hand trap, and then Gamma Seal, and we all know why Gamma Seal's in there. It's a water kaiju. I mean, it's so good. So, now we're getting into the spell cards. We play triple Instant Fusion and triple Call by the Grave. I know a lot of people are probably wondering what the hell. 3 Instant Fusion? Yeah, I know. I am playing 2 targets for it, and you'll see why. And then obviously 3 Called by the Grave because this is a combo deck, so hand traps kind of kill us. So we need to, you know, counteract those. And then for the last 3 spell cards, 1 Abyss Skeleton Mizuchi, 1/1 for 1/1 Monster Reborn. No more Soul Charge, obviously, because it's banned, which both sucks but is also healthy for the game. But Monster Reborn, I suppose, would be a miniature replacement of Soul Charge. So that's it for the main deck. Now getting into the extra deck, we play 1 Borolo Dragon because Borolo Dragon, Boral Sword Dragon, and Saryuj are essentially the only really good Link 4s left in the game. Speaking of which, Saryuj Skull Dread, because drawing into cards and getting an extra special summon is really, really good. Honestly, this card should have went to 1 because there's still like Danger FTKs and shit like that with it, but still really good. 1 Summon Sork because Summon Sork is still busted in this deck. Just being able to throw out extra monsters of the same typing of whatever this card points to is just amazing. You can make frogs literally off of this card. After that, the Starboy. We are playing water deck, you know, and this Link lineup honestly has been slightly maneuvered around the fact that Gumblar is gone. So, you know, just that being noted, there's not as many like combo intensive Link monsters as there are like just trying to set up a board Link monsters. So we have Reaperdocus just again on the Summon Sork, and then one Link Rebo. That's literally it for the Link monsters. No nightmares, at least not at this point. I do want to try and fit a Cerberus and a Phoenix in. I just couldn't find the room considering the combos that I'm playing. No, I did kind of want to toss some Synchro monsters in as well, but now we're moving on to HCs. Two Toad, I know a lot of people tell me, oh, why don't you cut a Toad for a Phoenix or a Cerberus, but I feel like playing two Toad is honestly optimal because I am playing both the Frog package as well as I can make rank 4s, so I want one for the actual Toad package and one for the rank 4 play. Speaking of which, one Bahamut Shark because it makes the Toad. After that, the only rank 7 I'm playing currently is one Draco Sack. I've tested around with the Abyss Gaios, and honestly I really love Abyss Gaios, and I really want to throw it in here, and I'm considering cutting a Toad for it, but honestly Abyss Gaios just, it's like, you know, it's not imperative to my strategy, it's just kind of one of those going first cards in case I only draw the level 7s. So, but this is my Xyz lineup. For Synchros, I play one side from Lord Omega because, I mean, it still rips cards from the hand, so it's really good. One Brio because it gets over Thunder Dragons as well as triggers your Atlanteans for costs, so it's really strong. You just make this off of a Diva and a Dragoons that you tributed a Neptibus for with a Megalo, or, you know, whatever. You know, however you can get into this card is just really amazing. And then one Herald of the Arclight because going first, if you draw out Heavy Infantry Diva, you go Heavy Infantry, additional normal Diva, Diva, Special Summon Neptibus, do all your searches off an Neptibus, and then you can Synchro Summon this at the end of your opening turn and just set up Soft Lock with it. It's just really, really strong. So that's it for Synchros. And then for the 2 Instant Fusion targets, the reason why I'm playing 3 Instant Fusion, one Millenniumizer Strict as a pseudo Called by the Grave and essentially fucks over your opponent's Handtraps, and then one Thousand-Ezer Strict because it gets over Thunder Dragons, just as Brio does, which is the main reason why I'm actually playing those cards. Both Brio and Thousand-Ezer Strict both allow you to you know, basically counteract your opponent's Thunder Dragon Colossus, which can be a very problematic card for this deck. So just having the Instant Fusion and using this to target your Colossus, your opponent's Colossus, equip it, and then link off in a Link Kuriboh, and, you know, go on with your plays. Just honestly, it just allows you kind of like that quick one card out to Colossus, and, you know, in the form of a level 1 monster that's not really all that difficult to summon. So that is my Mermail deck profile as of right now. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. I would appreciate any views you guys do give us, and, you know, obviously if there's anything that you see in my deck that you think should change, let me know in the comment section below, and I may be willing to consider and test it. Just kind of depends. You know, some ideas I kind of take into consideration, and some I, you know, not to be that guy, but don't really listen to only because I've tested it already, or I don't like the idea of it. And that all being noted, Eric here with TeamEccenTrick, and I'm signing out. Rate and subscribe, leave your comments and ideas in the comment section below, and don't hesitate to give us respectful suggestions on content you want to see. Eric on behalf of the team saying take care, and TeamEccenTrick out.